The United States Military Academy trains cadets in order to commission as officers throughout a 4-year program. In order to distinguish between the separation of these cadets, West Point has a myriad of awards and recognition that allows cadets to distinguish themselves. If you're an incoming cadet candidate or someone interested in possibly attending West Point, these are good metrics to look at in determining where cadets are graded and where they are able to succeed. Let's start with Cadet Basic Training, which is the first 6-week introduction to West Point for incoming cadet candidates. So the bulk of the awards in Cadet Basic Training are based on being the best at a position. So real quick, let me just show you how a platoon is structured in Cadet Basic Training. You have a squad, usually with about 8 new cadets and a squad leader. And then per platoon, you have 4 of those squads, along with a platoon sergeant and a platoon leader. And of course, these can grow higher with companies and a full-on regiment, and then all the roles that those contain. But the basic proportion is the platoon level. Now, at the end of Cadet Basic Training, awards are going to be handed out based on best squad leader, best platoon sergeant, best platoon leader, and then also the best new cadet. Now, these I wouldn't characterize as a definitive success metric. However, I did want to talk about it just to give you an overview of that award. Now, the second major award that I will talk about for Cadet Basic Training is the Best Company Award. Now, this one is the best company. There are 9 companies in total, and if you are awarded the Best Company Award, you get to march first back in the march back carrying the flag of the incoming class and possibly get some academic year awards based on it. This award is based on all the tests across Cadet Basic Training, including rifle marksmanship, land navigation, and other tested events. So we're going to move on to the academic year, which is largely more individual focused than team focused. So most of the awards will be based on your individual capabilities. There are 3 pillars that West Point prescribes to. It includes the academic, the military, and the physical pillar. The military pillar is usually during the summer when you have cadet summer training, and the academic and physical pillars are usually during the academic year with classes and fitness requirements, although there is some overlap in between these. I'm going to first go over the academic pillar awards during the academic year. There are 3 major awards that cadets are distinguished with as a group. The first academic award is the Cum Laude Award. Now, this is a Latin honor that most colleges do utilize in their graduation honors, and West Point is very similar in this regard. Notice the cutoffs are based on the cadet performance score. Each cum laude is distinguished based on the percentile that you are in the previous graduating class. Now, in order to understand who can attain this honor, you need to understand how the CPS is calculated. The first calculation in the CPS is the APSC. The APSC is essentially equivalent to a GPA that one would earn in a college or a high school, and it is for all grades in academic courses, excluding the military science and the PE courses. And this is calculated, again, like a normal GPA with points based on the letter grade that you get, and based on the total amount of credits that the class was worth. The next portion of the CPS is the PPSC. So the PPSC is your grades in the PE courses and events. These are the classes like boxing, military movement, survival swimming, as well as the scores you get on the IOCT. The last thing that goes into the CPS is the MPSC. So these are your grades in the MD and the ML events, which is essentially the military pillar, and the grades that you're getting during cadet summer training and your military grades during the academic year. So just a few equations. I'm not going to go into depth on how to calculate this, but just so you can have it here, these scores are going to be standardized based on the class mean in order to perform calculation of the cadet performance score, which is going to be a mixture of the APS, the MPS, and the PPS that was just discussed, academics is actually weighted more heavily, with 55% of your cadet performance score is weighted with the academic score, 30% with your military score, and 15% with your physical score. Then this is all standardized again, and then an output is performed to determine your actual cadet performance score. This is going to be the score that determines your class rank, and the score that determines your cum laude distinction. The next honor bestowed to cadets is the Distinguished Cadet Honor. The cadets who demonstrated academic excellence by achieving a year quality point average greater than or equal to the top 15th percentile of the prior class's performance. Essentially what the year quality point average is it's your GPA for that specific year. So this award is given out yearly based on your performance in that year. The last academic award that I am going to be going over is the Superintendent's Award. So this is an award given upon graduation based on your cadet score across all 4 years. There are 2 types to this award, the first being the Superintendent's Award for Excellence, given to the top 5%, and the next being the Superintendent's Award for Achievement, which is given to the next 15% of the class. The CAS is a bit different than the cadet performance score that I just discussed. Instead of weighting the academic, physical, and military branches different, it sets it at an equal weight to determine the Superintendent's Award. The next part I'm going to go over is the cadet field training. So, like cadet basic training, this is a summer exercise where cadets can earn awards based on being the best at something. However, there is one specific award I do want to go over, specific to CFT. Now, this is the Recondo Award is what it's called. This award is given to any cadet that completed CFT that was able to attain a score high enough in all of the events that are graded at CFT. So this is going to include rifles, land navigation, team leader assessments, the water confidence course, the Marne course, the 4-mile run, and the ACFT. Now, there are performance scores that cadets need to attain for each of these events. However, they change yearly, and there isn't a specified number for each of these events. Now that we've gone over the academic and the military pillars, I want to talk about the physical pillar. So there are specific awards given on physical capabilities, the first being the Master of the Sword Award. This award has specific achievements that a cadet must attain in order to be awarded this award yearly. The necessary requirements are completing all the required PE courses, achieving a PPSY greater than or equal to 3.667, meeting the body composition standards of the Army, and then achieving an A- or above on the IOCT. Now, let me talk about the IOCT real quick. There is an award called the IOCT tab that cadets can attain if they score an A- or above, like that Master of the Sword Award was requiring. At the moment, this is a time of 2 minutes and 38 seconds for men, or 3 minutes and 35 seconds for women. However, this is ever changing as well. If you do not know what the IOCT is, there are a lot of good videos on YouTube. It's essentially an indoor obstacle course for cadets. The last physical award that I want to go over is the Company Athletics Brigade Champions. As a cadet, if you are not in an ODIA sport or a club sport, you are going to participate in an intramural sport among your cadets in different sports. Each company has a team and competes against other companies. The Brigade Champion is the team that wins against the entire brigade for a single sport. Now, this award is given out to that team and in the form of a patch that they can wear on their uniform. So in this video, I really went over the awards that you would get by meeting specific standards. There are hundreds and hundreds of awards that you can get for being the best of this, the best of that, and things of that nature. But hopefully this was helpful in just garnering a little bit of an understanding of how cadets are successful at the academy.